being interrogated. Okay, hello. I don't know if I'm gonna post this or not. My name is Maria, and if I do upload this, it's because I want to document my small business journey. I don't have a script or anything prepared. This is kind of just me. I'm gonna be talking to the camera a little bit, which I have to get used to looking over there. But yeah, so I wanted to document this. I've had my Etsy store for 3 years, according to Etsy, and my little homepage there. And yeah, so I wanted to do this because I just kind of want to document the process, the journey. I watch a lot of other small business YouTubers, and I think that I just find a lot of comfort in that, in watching their journeys and their positivity, like whether they're going through challenges or struggles, or whether things are going really great and they sell out in 20 minutes. I've tried YouTube channels before. I honestly wasn't even sure I was going to show my face because I thought this might be a good faceless channel, but I also do want to recognize that there is some comfort in seeing the person also that you're watching. So it's putting myself out there in that sense too. But yeah, I don't have like a super organized plan for this. It could just be family and friends watching, and if you are, I appreciate you. And I appreciate anybody who watches and hopefully gets something out of this. I think if anything, what I want this to be is somewhat of a documentation of just me and my journey with my small business, but also if it can help people out there who are also just like either not making enough sales or feel like they're not making enough or are kind of feeling lost. I think we all kind of go through it. Something else that I wanted to kind of preface is that I work 8 to 5. I have an 8 to 5 job that I love, and I don't see myself giving it up anytime soon. So this is also a very realistic look at not someone who has the privilege of kind of giving all that up and then just working Etsy full time. Because while I know there are some people who can do that, and more power to them, I really like the stability of having my 8 to 5, and I genuinely love the people I work with. I love the work that I do, and I just want to kind of show what I do after hours, so, or during lunch, because sometimes I have lunch runs where I run to the mailbox to drop off my little bag of packages. But yeah, so like I said, this will probably be like a vlog style kind of feel if I feel comfortable, if I like the way this kind of comes out. You'll probably get little clips of behind the scenes. So something about my store, I'm someone who likes to do a lot of different stuff. So if I see something on YouTube and I see someone say they made this out of this, like I want to try it. I want to see if I can do it. So much so that I bought a laser. So I have a little desktop laser. Shout out to Xtool because it's my first laser, and I honestly used that one despite having bought, being able to upgrade to a bigger Xtool one. Again, shout out to Xtool. I still use the little desktop one, probably more than the big one, just because it's that good. So with that, I have 2 lasers that I use. I actually started this to kind of like, sorry, I know I'm all over the place. But when I started this 3 years ago, it was, I believe, right before my husband and I got married. Shout out to my husband. So we got married in 2022. So 2021 was the year of like DIY, and like I was so excited to make stuff for my girls, my bachelorette, my bridal party, his boys and his bachelor side, and I made them t-shirts. And I will clip in little, maybe I'll clip it over here if I figure out how to do that. But I made them t-shirts, and I just loved the reactions. I loved seeing, the people closest to me just so excited about something that I made them. The guys were all super surprised that I had made them, and so I made them little like matching bachelorette shirts, and it was really nice. And I don't know, it like sparked something in me that like I've always considered myself to be very creative, but it gave me like that creative outlet. And after a year of prepping for the wedding and doing all these little DIY projects with my husband at night, after work, I was like, why not? Like, I miss that. I don't miss the stress, but I miss having like that creative outlet. And so I was like, well, why don't I open an Etsy store and kind of provide a little bit of that kind of service to other people? And it started off as like, it'll be, you know, like custom shirts, because that's where I feel like a lot of us start, where it's like, oh, I can do custom shirts. I also do print on demand. Shout out to Printify, which I love, and I've tried to figure out kind of how to perfect, but for some reason, the make it yourself, the physical products are kind of where I'm specializing in right now. But I love a good print on demand shirt or sweater or notebook, because it's things that I don't have the ability to make. And so I really like the fact that that kind of allows me to supplement things that I can make and can't make. But yeah, so I think this would be kind of cool to document, as a very realistic 8 to 5, you know, does stuff on the side for this little side hustle. And yeah, I would love to just have people along on the journey. I would love to create a safe space for people to talk about, you know, what they do with their Exo lasers, what they feel about their Etsy, you know, their small businesses. Again, like, I just want to be part of this community where, you know, I can bring some comfort to someone watching this, while they're working on their Etsy stuff. Like, I love putting on the small business kind of like creators while I work on my small business, because it does feel like you're kind of working with others. And yeah, and this would be something I'd love to show my kids someday and say, like, mom, you know, worked 8 to 5, but she also had this really creative, fun outlet on the side that brought in a little bit more spending money. So I will probably make more stuff like this, but I think for this first one, this would be a nice little introduction, and maybe I will show some of the things that I'm kind of working on. It is November 14th, so the holiday season is up and running. I just finished a run of like 12 or 13 Etsy orders, and those were like holiday magnet cards. They were all kinds of stuff like that. I will share my Etsy store. I know some don't, some creators don't share it because of copycats. And that's always a concern, but I think for me, the transparency of showing my Etsy store, if it brings traffic to it, that's great. If it doesn't, that's totally fine too. I'm finding as I'm getting, you know, more and more orders, like, finding a good balance is always really great. So yeah, I'm open to kind of sharing my stuff here. So if you want to find my Etsy store, it is MDC Print Creations. I will put it here. I'm really excited to see if I can figure out how to do this stuff, because I, again, love all that stuff. And yeah, a little bit more about me. If you can't tell from my workspace, I am a Disney girl. I love Disney adult. My husband and I are very proud Disney adults. We just got our Magic Keys renewed, so cost us an arm and a leg and our firstborn child. But you know, when it's real, it's real. So, or when the fandom runs deep. Yeah. Anyway, so I have this little ring light. That's gonna be an adjustment. I tried to do it in a way that it didn't look like I was being interrogated, because if you do like that seemed like weird. That felt like an interrogation. This one seems fine. I think that's fine. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this up because it's already almost 10 minutes, and I have to remember to look over there. But yeah, so I appreciate anyone who joins the journey. If it's friends, you know who you are. I appreciate y'all watching. If it's family, appreciate you. Love you guys. And yeah, anyone who wants to subscribe, anyone who wants to watch this kind of realistic journey, please feel free to subscribe. Got to get all the YouTube stuff out there. I really miss that part of YouTube where it's just like, I just want to build a little community. Like, if you like what you see, that's great. If you don't, that's totally fine too. There's so many creators out there, and you just kind of have to find the ones that you really like. So I, again, a small business owner, proud Latina, proud Disney adult. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this little intro, and thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope to see you in the next one. So please like and subscribe and share with your friends and other creative peeps. All right. Bye.